Hi everybody, welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Amy. I go by Fiber Arts Amy here and on Instagram. If you watched the video I posted yesterday, so today's January 4th, 2025. Yesterday, January 3rd, I posted a, oh no, free estate! I posted a video about some of the kits I plan on working on in 2025 and some of my plans with those kits. And as promised, I'm here today for a kit parade. I don't know how long this is going to take. I have a lot of kits. This looks a little different because I have my closet open. So there's this like closet in this room that's all craft stuff. Like that's where I keep a lot of cross stitch stuff. It's where I keep my kits. A lot of the fabric I've bought right over the years as a consumer. There's a lot in there. But what I'm going to do today is go through all of my kits. Now I say all, it's not going to be kits I've started. These are kits that are in that closet because they have not been started. They're just in my stash of unstarted kits. I have kits from a lot of different brands. Some I try to keep them organized, but they've definitely gotten a little disorganized. Things sometimes just fall and don't get put back right, so we might find some things that are out of place today, and this will help me get everything kind of organized and put back where it should be. There's going to be a giveaway during this video because I have duplicates. Why should I hang on to all my duplicate kits, right? Somebody else should benefit from that. So as I'm going through, I'll probably pick something out to do a giveaway with. And what else? I'm not going to show any of my like progress or work this video. This is not going to include my Teresa Winsler kits or like or like Mirabilia kits because I tend to keep those separate. I think there might be a few Lavender and Lace kits that show up. It's not going to be all of them because I have stash scattered in various places. I have kits that I've broken down and gotten into because I'm planning on starting them, or I have started them. It won't include those. I'm just going to stop blathering. I think you guys get the point. I'm going to show you most of my kits. I've been watching other people's kit parades and really enjoying it. And invariably, this is what I love so much about it. I like seeing what other people are into and what they like to stitch. Because even within kits, not all kits are the same, right? Like some people obviously love winter and like, you know, Santas or winter scenes. Other people really love animals, like, or baby and cute animals. I'm looking at you, Lucky Chance Stitcher, right? Like that people have different things they really love. And I love finding out what people are into, but also invariably I see kits I didn't know existed. And I find that so fun. And sometimes I find new unicorns. This just happened to me over the last couple of weeks. I found some kits that I was like, whoa, like I need that kit. Of course, now I can't find them, but that's fine. I've got a fun thing to hunt for, right? For a while now until hopefully I can find them. So, you ready? All right, I'm going to start with dimensions. But like there's going to be some organizing as I go. This is one I have twice. This is Peaceful Lake House. I love this kit. It's just, I think it's relatively new. It's readily available, easy to come by. I love the artwork. You're going to find a lot of the kits that I'm drawn to are cottages. Or Victorian homes. They're like peaceful kind of pastoral scenes like this. That's a lot of what I am drawn to. I would love to have a huge wall just full of peaceful homes stitched one day. We'll see. We're also going to see if I can keep this organized and make neat piles. I saw this one on somebody else's Flosstube at some point and just really wanted it. It's called Morning Praise. It's just lovely. I don't know. I like the kind of style. I don't know what you would call that. The kind of sketchiness to it. I love the nature themes. I'm a big fan. I don't know when I'm going to start it. If you watch the other video, you'll see, right, that I have some like kit plans for this coming year, but also that doesn't mean that I might not start other kits. So anyway, this I think is readily available. I've seen it lots of times. Glory of Autumn, that mill. Sorry, I'm going to try to minimize the glare. I see this one a lot. This is Victorian Charm from Dimensions. It's just a regular Dimensions. It's stitched on navy. So these cards I don't like. They're not the worst now that I've learned to punch holes to keep my extra threads, but this is not my preferred way. And I know many of you out there hate organizing floss. I love organizing floss in a new kit. That's so much fun to me to just open up a new kit and have to like figure it out. It's like a great puzzle that I like to solve. I feel like they're stealing me of some of my joy, robbing me of some of my joy by putting them on these cards. But I do believe that's how all the newer Dimensions kits are coming. This one I know I got after seeing it on somebody's Flosstube. It's just so good. Oh my God, just the pic. Those flowers just make me very happy. They're so beautiful. Bonsai and Buddha. Okay, so I'm not a Buddhist, but I have learned a lot about, well, a lot. I've learned some about Buddhism in the last, I don't know, several years, probably going on a decade now. And I found some of what I've learned to be very directly beneficial to my life. So when I found this kit, I snapped it up. There's some other Buddha kits out there that just visually don't appeal to me as much. They're a little bit more monochromatic and almost feel a little more harsh. I really liked the water element and the greenery, what it added to this. So, and I don't know, I think it's a printed Ada, or it's just really crusty and dirty, but I think it's printed, and I get to organize my floss. That makes me happy. If I'm not saying something that you guys want to know, if you have questions about some of these kits, just put them in the comments below and ask. I'll do my best to find you the answer. Here's another one, Listen to Your Heart. Again, it's just a regular Dimensions kit. I love the colors, and I, again, love that like sketchy kind of scrapbooky look of like the different elements of nature pulled together. Bonus, I get to organize my own floss. I guess I should tell you the artist too. This one's by Todd Trainer. Okay, while I'm doing this, I'm going to be also making a second pile. So this is a Dimensions kit called Wild Horse. Some of you may remember a while back, I did this whole buying a bunch of horse kits situation, and haven't started most of them. One of them is almost done, but most of them I haven't started. And Catherine Needleberry Stitcher had mentioned, because I guess 2026 is the year of the horse, according to the Chinese zodiac, she had mentioned making 2026 the year of the horse for stitching and working on a bunch of horse like projects and kits. And I want in on that. So as I've been doing this, or as I do this, I'm going to be pulling aside some horse kits. Instead of putting them back in with all the stash, I'm going to be making a stack of horse kits, thinking ahead to 2026 and what I might want to stitch. I already have some horse kits that are in progress. I can think of at least 2. And that's not even including the unicorns and things. But this is really beautiful. And I think I want this to be on the list. Well, anyway, I'm going to be making a separate stack of horse-related projects. Sorry, there's going to be crinkling. There's going to be a little bit of banging. Lovely Victorian home. This is where I want to live. I would make I've always wanted to have like an attic studio like I could have an attic studio in this house. It's beautiful. It makes me happy. I also particularly like unusually shaped designs, like not always rectangles, right? So I love things that are done as ovals or circles. They make me happy. Oh, the artwork is by George Bjorklund. Another one, Romance in a Cross Stitch. This is me. I love it. It just makes me happy. It's so funny because when I was younger, and a lot of you know I've struggled with my mental health over the years, and I used to be a much more clinically depressed, pervasively clinically depressed person. And I was much more then into much darker artwork, right? And like darker themes. And I still enjoy like witches and Halloween, and I enjoy that stuff. But it's funny how my taste in art has changed. My taste in cross-stitch art has changed as I've sort of gotten less mentally unhealthy. I don't know if you can call me healthy yet, but I love this. I just want to spend the afternoon, right, hanging here with my cat, doing some gardening, or sitting out in the garden and doing some stitching. It just makes me feel soothed and calm. And that's the kind of stuff I want hanging in my home. I love it. Don't get to sort my own floss. The artwork, it's called Garden Door. I don't know if I said that. Also by George Bjorklund. I have a stack, so I'm stacking them on the arm of my chair, but my dog's right here. And like, at some point that stack might fall. Hopefully my dog is safe. This is Garden Gate by Sandy Bergeron. This is with the Dimensions because Sunset, I think, used to be a division of Dimensions, or Dimensions bought Sunset, something like that. You're really going to notice a lot of theme here. By the end of this video, you're going to be like, Amy, how many like gardens or like cute cottages or Victorian homes can one person stitch? I love it. It's so beautiful. I love the contrast in the different colors of the flowers. I love the like cobblestone path. This was open, and I think this person may have sorted the floss themselves. Yeah, it looks like it. So hopefully it's sorted properly. I do buy a lot of things cheap on eBay. The chart's all here. Love it. Springtime Victorian. Let me check, because this one has definitely been opened. A lot of these I bought so long ago, like I don't even remember. I mean, some of them I bought in the last 2 weeks, but the floss hasn't been sorted. Everything's in here. It looks like it was just opened at some point and then they stapled it closed. This is Springtime Victorian by Marty Bell. I love Marty Bell's stuff. Marty Bell's designs are typically very confetti heavy, but very, very pretty. And again, like, you're going to see like 100 versions of this, I think, today. This one I see a lot, Mason Jar lineup. This is a newer kit with a pre-sorted floss. It's designed by Barb Tortolot? I don't know. That's very pretty. I love the like blue glass mason jars. It looks like pretty easy, relaxing stitch. That might make a good like vacation stitch sometime. Here's another regular Dimensions. This is one I just got recently. I didn't know it existed. I saw it in someone's video. I was able to pick it up cheap off eBay. Terrace Arch. I get to sort my own floss. I love it. I love that it's outdoors, and I love that like it's framing the scene, and I love the lantern. It's beautiful. It's kind of an unusual shape. Sorry, I was getting a message. This is making me smile. I needed to take a second to read. I just love it. I love the way the stonework's done. It's beautiful. I'm not like a dimensions expert or a kit expert by any stretch of the imagination. I certainly have started a lot more than I finished. I have finished a couple of dimensions petites, one dimensions gold petite, and I think a couple dimensions petites. Whether it's dimensions or dimensions gold, they all are stunning. Like, they all come out beautiful. I'm very impressed. Okay, I think mostly I'm going to move on to dimensions gold. Although, like I said, some things are a little less organized than I would like them to be. So we might come across some more regular dimensions in this. So this one's Iris and Swan. I've had this one for a while, probably a couple of years. I love it. I'm really drawn to like the color of things. And I'm finding, so when I buy kits, I really think about, now a lot of these are my collection. I'm not gonna be able to stitch all of these in my lifetime, right? But I appreciate having them in my collection, and I appreciate having the ability to stitch them if I want to. One day a bunch of them will get sold, and that's fine. But for now, I find utility just in having them right in my stash and knowing that I can start them if I want to. But I am very much drawn to color. A lot of the winter designs I find beautiful, but I also know I won't stitch them. They're too monochromatic. There's just too much white. Or sometimes there's a design that's beautiful, but it's just so much brown, and I just know it won't maintain my interest long enough for me to get through it. And so I try not to buy, I do have some winter scenes, but I try to buy fewer of those and more things like this that have more color that I know will be more likely to keep my interest for longer. This comes with the pre-sorted floss. This color right here is killing me. I love it. I can't wait to stitch it. That's like a favorite color. And this is by Wayne Weberbauer. Is the designer. I'm gonna have to figure out. Well, I'll try to do it this way. This one, Picnic on the Lawn, I know was highly sought after for a while. I love this. I love like anything like Victorian, Edwardian, whatever, historical chateaus, homes, that's outdoor scenes like this. I absolutely adore. I don't know what the story is with this one. So at one point, this was going for a ton of money on eBay. I'm assuming it was out of print. I got this for it's like $32 or whatever. Several months ago, maybe a year ago. I don't know if it's been re-released. I don't even know how you find these things out, because some Flosstubers seem to know what's current and what isn't. I have no idea, other than looking on eBay and being like, now wait a minute, the price has gone way down. I bet it's been re-released, that kind of thing. I don't know. I got this for a normal price. I don't know what its current status is. The artist is, it doesn't say. I don't know who the artist is, but I really love that one. That one definitely has a chance of being stitched. This one I adore and will be stitched at some point. This one I get the urge to stitch pretty frequently. Peonies and delphiniums. And what always gets me is the way Dimensions does water in a vase is just blows my mind. And then I love the colors up here. I love the scene in the background and the curtain. The whole thing is just blowing my mind beautiful. Now I have a bunch of Dimensions designs that have flowers in them that are vases of flowers. And there's a lot of designs with vases and flowers that I don't have. I found for me, I'm drawn to the designs where you also see nature behind the vase, where there's some element of nature looking through a window. The vases that are more just a still life in a room, I'm just not, they don't draw me. They feel kind of dead to me. Just kind of, I don't know. It's a big thunk. They're just not for me. This making the vase part of nature and inviting you out into nature, that's those are the vases that I typically buy. And this one's by Igor Lavashov. But anyway, love that one. That one I intend to actually do. That one's an anchor kit, so we'll save that one for later. This one's a regular dimensions, but I have 2 of them because I just started one. And I already like lost my start. I don't know where it is. I'll find it though. I'm going to set this one aside as a duplicate because Village Canal. I just started it the other day. Where did I put it? I've got some more project bags coming, and also last night I cleaned out some old project bags where I'm not going to stitch the project. So anyway, I'll be able to fix that situation. This I'm going to set in its own separate pile as a duplicate. Anyway, there's another one I had a duplicate, but I'll start there. This one I think everyone has, Winter Cabin. And why does well, it's not why everyone has it, but you could get it on Amazon for like $12 at one point. I think you still get it there really cheap, which is a hard deal to turn down, right? But I do love it. We have a cabin with a creek that runs behind it. We've got big deck and stairs that come down into our backyard, and you know, we get to experience a lot of nature while we're there. I may or may not stitch this if I get in the right mood, maybe, but this is the sort of design that, like, I'm not sure if I'd enjoy the actual stitching of it, even though it's going to be beautiful. I love the reflection of the light on the water. But at like $12, I was going to have it. I just broke down finally and got it in my stash. Okay. Next is the Finery of Nature. I think, like a lot of people, I saw Luda stitch this, and it was just so stunning. And then I know some other people like Stitch and Mommy have picked it up. It is on Black Ada, which is a lot easier than Black Linen with my eyes now, if I have good lighting. Look at all those greens. I love the border. It feels very like Art Nouveau to me. Is it Art Deco or Art Nouveau? The elephant one. You know how like one of them is the elf and one of them is the dwarf? Tell me if you know what I'm talking about. The one that's very decorative and based on nature. It's just so beautiful. Art Nouveau, right? Anyway. No, Art Deco. See, whatever. That's not the point. I didn't study design. But I love it. I think it's beautiful, and I hope to get that done one day. This one also you see kind of everywhere, Lakeside Village. I also put off getting this one for a long time. But then the colors really drew me in. This is designed by Sung Kim. It's so beautiful. And I mean, I look at things like this, I can stare at them for hours, and I wonder about like who lives in those houses and what their lives are like and what they go out on those boats for, and are they fishing and what kind of fish do they catch. I mean, my brain like sets up like a whole life for the people who live in the scene. That's beautiful. I don't know if it'll get stitched. Probably someday when those colors are calling to me, it will, or it'll at least get started. Butterfly Forest, I was very unimpressed by, to be honest, just looking at it in the package. And then I saw somebody's stitched piece and it blew me away. Like I saw it on YouTube or something. This is by Punch Studio. The butterflies just looked so vibrant and like they were really floating off the fabric. You know, and the stuff that's in the background really was falling away to the background. And it was really impressive and gave me a whole other sort of opinion on this piece and what it would look like stitched. So this now is on my list. I would love to get that stitched. I think it's stunning. Okay, this is a duplicate. I'm almost positive this is a duplicate, and I think it's probably what my giveaway is going to be today. Spring Fairy. I'm pretty sure I have 2 of these. She's beautiful. There's a set of the 4 fairies. There's a spring, a winter, a summer, and an autumn. I think winter and autumn I see far more than the others. I think the other 2 are newer. But very beautiful. I would love to see this stitched. Like, look at the sparkliness and all of the, well, just the brightness of it. The ribbons coming down, the water behind. Somebody's got to stitch this. This is beautiful. There's the colors. It's a newer kit. Look how vibrant these shades are. I can't wait to see that stitched. So that's going to be my giveaway today. I'll give you guys instructions, or I'll remind you of instructions, I guess, at the end. But if you want to win Spring Fairy, use the word spring in your comments. Don't use nobody use words like giveaway, prize, drawing, anything like that. Just use the word spring anywhere in your comment. You don't have to make a sentence with it. You could just write the word spring. That's fine. And I'll draw one winner for this. I'm going to say I'll give you, let's say at least 2 weeks. So today's January 4th. Let's say you have until, let's not do quite that long. Let's say you have till January 15th. January 15th is the last day to comment for this kit. And then I'll draw a winner sometime after the 15th and announce it on whatever my next Flosstube video is after the 15th. Sound good? Okay. Prize, yay! All right, this one's Fairytale by Ruth Sanderson. How beautiful is that? And I feel like I've seen somebody stitching it on Instagram. Sorry for the ring light. I've seen somebody stitching this on Instagram or on Flosstube. It's so pretty and so cute. I love these little guys down here. Look at how detailed they are. Look, he's riding a bunny. So cute. I can't read without my glasses on. I wonder what those signs say, because I bet you can read what the signs say. Anyway, that's a must stitch one day. Okay, this is Japanese Garden. So there's 2 of these. I didn't realize there were 2, and when I found out there were 2, I like lost my mind. I was so excited. These are a set, coordinating. So this one's Japanese Garden by Sung Kim, and this one is Cherry Blossom Creek by Sung Kim. And I actually like this one more, but I see this one a lot more often. And I don't know, I think this one might be older. I don't know. They're both so beautiful. This one just seems to be everywhere, and I wish I saw this one more. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Are they the same size? I hope they're the same size. So they really are a set. Both on 16 count light blue Aida. I don't see anywhere where it's telling me the actuals. Oh, yes, I do. No, they're not the same size. I don't care. They're going to get hung near each other. They're beautiful. This one is 15 by 10 and this one's 16 by 12. I actually bought this one twice. If I come across the second one, that's going to go in a pile too for a future giveaway. I feel like I might have given it to someone. I don't know. Anyway, I love both of those very, very much. This one I just picked up recently. Soul of the Rose. I found it for a not exorbitant price on eBay. I think it was like $60. It's long out of print. Okay, no, that's not true. That may not be true. It was long out of print. I'm assuming it's back in print because it's in this new packaging. I don't know if it's just been reprinted for the Eastern European market or if it's been reprinted for everybody. I don't know if this eBay seller imported it from Russia or something, or if it's available in the US now and it's just only slowly. I feel like Dimensions kits don't hit the market with a bang. I feel like they kind of trickle into the market. But this was like not an exorbitant price, and I love it. I actually had bought this pattern to do full coverage, but I like the way it looks better with the Dimensions kit and some back stitching and stuff. And I think it's honestly a lot less work. So I'm very excited about this. This is done on 18 count Ivory Aida. This is a pretty thick package. You can feel there's a lot in there. Anyway, it's beautiful. Love that one. All right, Milady Chateau. So some of you, depending on how good your memory is and how religiously you watch my videos, you will know that I purchased from a listing for this kit a few years ago. What I got was pirated version. It had a chart. I'm confident it's not the same instructions as the Dimensions because it's done for like everything stitched 2/1 or like, you know, over 2/1 square fabric. It had its own floss, and I don't know what brand of floss is in it, although I think it's just like DMC or Anchor. It's not like CXC or something. It's definitely a cotton floss. But it was also obviously a pirated chart. And they included like this as the image on their listing, but this is not what I got. And it was really cheap. I thought I thought it was worth a risk, right? That I was getting scammed, and I was getting scammed. I was going to go ahead and stitch it, even though I knew the directions would be a bit different. And I figure it couldn't possibly be that bad, right? Like, it's still the same colors in the same places. Let's just see what happens. And so I've put some work in on that, but the more I worked on it, the more I was getting that, like, do I really want to be risking this kind of feeling? I should say I wouldn't knowingly buy a scam chart, right? Like, I thought it was legit because it had this. When I say I thought I might be getting scammed, I thought like I might get nothing, right? Or like that the kit would show up, but there'd be no pattern. Like, that's what I thought might go wrong. Not that like the whole thing was stolen. Anyway, working on it, I just was getting more and more a feeling of like, is this a good idea? Like, what if it ends up looking, I was just trying to feel like, I bet the actual Dimensions one looks better, right? Like, I wonder if the kit where you might be using different numbers of strands of floss and whatnot, it might just look better. And I was getting some misgivings about continuing with it as I had it. So I saw this come up not too long ago for, again, a reasonable price, and decided, yeah, I want to stitch the legitimate one. I don't want to risk it. The other one's just gonna, and I'm going to end up being unhappy with it at the end of the day. I get to sort my own floss. That makes me happy. Something's falling apart. Okay, this one I'm in love with. Jewels of the Orient. And I'm not sure I've ever seen this one before. I think this one I just came across as I was searching for other things. I love it. Look at how beautiful they are. These purples are killing me. The flowers, I don't know what that is. I don't even, wisteria? I don't know. It's 11 by 17. It's by James Hemsworth. And it's gorgeous. Now this is an older one. Everything's in there. I get to sort my own floss. Looks like it's been opened, but everything's in there. That I was very, very happy to find. Whoop, sorry if I'm bumping you. Valley of the River Beck. Again, this is what you're going to see like 100 versions of from me today. Quaint British Village. I love it. It's so beautiful. Wouldn't you just love to live there? I could live next door to Miss Marple. It would be incredible. I love it. Absolutely love it. I could stare at that all day too. Okay, we're still going. Ugh. My elbow's hurting just like lifting things out of this bag, which is not good. That's okay. All right. I do have some wizards. And I don't have all my wizards down here. I have a few kits tucked in other places. This one is Magnificent Wizard. I think this is an out of print. I don't think it's necessarily hard to find. I feel like I see them on eBay pretty routinely, but they typically go for quite a bit. He's 12 by 14 inches, designed by Don Mates. I don't know if it says the year somewhere. Everything's gonna fall. Does it say the year? I don't know the year. That's fine, but it's beautiful. I love it. It's stitched on black Aida. I get to sort my own floss. Here's 3 of the seasonal fairies. Where's my 4th one? I'll save the fairies for a minute. Okay, I just got this one here recently. This is Winter Lace. There's another one called Winter Lace or Winter's Lace that's wolves. I don't care for the wolf. Like the wolf one's beautiful, but it's that like way too much white. I'm not gonna stitch it. This I love. This like stone bridge is just killing me. And this house in the background. Oh my, this is, and like the weeping willow over. Willows are my favorite tree. Like this whole thing is just killing me. I love it so much. This one I really, really want to do. And I think there's enough color in it, like pops of color with that house and the trees, to help keep my interest. And the browns and the whites, I think I'll be okay. Look at their cute little couple and their dog. Look at the light. I think it's stunning. Okay, there's a few that I bought here recently because I've been putting off getting them, even though I'm interested in them. And I definitely just reached the point where I was like, okay, they're going to go out of print and I'm going to be out of luck and I'm going to be really upset, right? I'm going to regret not having them. So this is one of them. And I think somebody was telling me yesterday, this one may have gone out of print, but is back in print. So Dimensions has this new white packaging. This is Rocky Point. It's beautiful. And what actually got me to pull the trigger on it too was Stitching Moon. She was talking about it in a video a while back and like really talking about how amazing this water looks stitched up. I think she had seen somebody else, their project of it. And now I'm just like, I have to give that a try. I want to see it for myself. I'm going to run out of room to put things. So here's another, I do love the flower vase designs. So this is Summer Bouquet, but like I was talking about before, I like this design so much better because it's on a windowsill and you can see the window out the window. You can see some outside in the design. I love the colors in it. It's like soft, but still very colorful. I love the little clock that's added. I love the grain of the wood. I think this is very beautifully done. It's got to be a newer design because it's in this white packaging. Comes with a floss sorted. All right, so here's another one. I got this one recently also. So this one is my flower vase where you can't see the outside. It kind of breaks that rule. For this one, the contrast between these pinks and the vibrant blue background is what did it for me. Something about that contrast really makes this piece special from my perspective. I don't know if I'm like not doing my job of telling you names. This is Mary's Bouquet, designed by Robin Anderson. I don't think it's old. It was a little bit tricky to find. I don't know if it's out of print. I didn't pay like an exorbitant amount for any of these. There's one kit I looked up that I want so bad, and there's one on eBay for $329. No. That's out of my budget. I'm not doing that. But this was like, I was able to get it for a pretty normal price. This one's pretty popular, I think. And I ended up pulling the trigger on this one because I'm in Pittsburgh and we got to see the Northern Lights this year. We got to see the Northern Lights a couple of times and it was fun. Like, I got my kids out of bed one night. We drove to a better viewing point. This one's called Northern Night by Abraham Hunter. I know when I stitch on this piece, and once it's done, every time I look at it, it's going to be that memory for me, you know, of seeing the Northern Lights with my family. It makes me happy. All right, this one's Cabin Fever. I think also a pretty popular one. You guys have probably seen before. Again, once you really start looking at the picture, the details blow me away, and like the reflections, dimensions, the way they do the reflections of things in the water is just stunning. But so this cabin, which and you guys hear me talk about a lot, we love it there. It's a very meaningful place for us. And so not all cabin scenes evoke that feeling for me, but this one definitely does, the way that house is. It makes me want to stitch it. Let's see. I have a huge bag of projects here. This might end up needing to be split up into multiple videos. It's definitely going to be cut into different sections so I can clean up one set of things and pull out another. All right, well, let's start with this one. So while I was, I'm on this big kick right now. While I was puttering around trying to find old kits, I also found some new kits that I think are brand new and coming out. So I found this one and I love it. It just, and it makes me think of some of my stitchy friends. I have stitchy friends that I'm pretty confident would react the same way I did to this one, with like the teacup and the house and the birds and the flowers and the pretty wreath. It's called Cottage Wreath. I just got it off Amazon. So yeah, it makes me think of some of my stitchy friends too. So I really like this one. Here's another wizard. This is Scarlet Wizard, which I think is very highly sought after, to be honest. It's older. You gotta sort your own floss. Scarlet Wizard. And this one I know I've seen go for quite a pretty penny on eBay. I have no desire to sell mine. I'm hoping to finish it. If you watched my last video, you'll see I have a Dimensions Wizard that's in progress. I want to finish that before I start another Dimensions Wizard. You guys are going to laugh at me. All right, Twilight Bridge. Look, it's a little cottage with a garden. Who'd have thought I'd buy a cottage with a garden? It's so beautiful. I love the lanterns. I also have a thing for lanterns. The way they make the lanterns look like they're lit up, I just love. And the swans and the water and the bridge. That's so me. All right, Memory Lane. Look, quaint British village. Cute little cottages and gardens. Cobblestone street. Who would have thought I'd have bought this kit, right? It's a newer kit. Again, it's Memory Lane. This one's by Carl Valente. I love it. Look at, there's like the little gate there. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Love it. So I do occasionally buy a stocking. I think this is the second stocking I bought. Second stocking kit. I like that one. Just those kids sleeping. I'm definitely just hit that phase where like my kids are growing up And I love that they're growing up, and I love getting to know them more and in a different way as they grow. But like thoughts of them as younger children are very like wistful for me now. I love that. Oh, look, a garden. Floral retreat. A garden with a beautiful house in the background. This, again, this was one that like I wanted, but I never quite bought. And then I don't know if it is out of print or it's just getting nervous it's going out of print. And I was like, oh, I better go ahead and get it. Otherwise they're gonna be gone. All right, let me see. Oh, I can't do what I wanted to do. What else do I have? All right, these go in a different section. Still waiting for the other. Okay, horses, Year of the Horse. I'm wrapping back around to that for a minute. I brought this kit home from the cabin. Unicorns count as horses, right? Unicorns count, Catherine, for Year of the Horse, right? My son from the other room says they do. So I'm going with him. This chart was printed in one of the British cross-stitch magazines years ago, but then I came across this anchor kit for it. This has been on my like must-stitch list for ages, and it's time it came out. So I think Year of the Horse, that's getting started. Oops, sorry again for wiggling you. This is a Janlin. I know these aren't dimensions, but they're in here and they're Year of the Horse, so we're talking about them now. This is a Janlin Platinum collection. It's an older kit. You can get it on eBay. It does tend to cost a bit. It's called Once Upon a Time. Designed by Diana Thomas. This is the one that's very Teresa Wensler-ish, right? Very Teresa Wensler-esque. Also fits right in with 'Tis a Lady, which is one I showed in my last video that I'm going to be putting some focus in on this year. This one's definitely getting started in 2026. So I have this separate horse stack that I'm working on. Oh my goodness. There's just so much. I'll show you guys that later. These two will be later. All right, this is Sunset Cottage Enchantment. I picked this one up recently too. It was very inexpensive. Designed by Andreas Orpinas. I think you have to be careful. I heard somebody say that there's maybe a stamped version of this kit as well, or like a needlepoint version, but this is the cross-stitch version. It's a beautiful cottage with a garden. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I love, it adds like extra dimension to have that tree up there. And again, Sunset, having been part of Dimensions, I'm including that here. Almost done, almost done. Here we go. Yep, now we got them. All right, the 4 fairies. This one is Fall Fairy, which I'm sure you guys have seen a million times. I don't see it worked on very often, but I feel like it's a kit everyone has. This is Woodland Enchantress, which is like the winter version. This is Summer Fairy, which was the most recent one to come out. I love those flowers. Summer and spring are the best to me. I mean, and I love winter and fall, but summer and spring I feel like are going to look like they glow. And then I already showed you this one because I've got 2 of them. Again, that one's going to be the giveaway. If you use the word spring in the comments. Almost done. And then last 2. Cove Haven Inn is one of my favorites. This is by George Bjorkland. And somebody else pointed this out recently. I think this is the same house that's in some of his other designs, just like from a different angle, or maybe just painting a different version of the house. This is an older kit. need to sort your own floss. Makes me happy. It's just absolutely beautiful. That's my dream. This is what I was talking about. This is my dream house. I want to have a studio in the attic. Dream house right there. If I had to pick one. I love that it has the lighthouse in the background. That's like my idyllic day. I wonder if, you know, my husband and I talk about one day when we're like filthy rich, right? Just building our house, like building our dream house. I wonder if I could take an architect across stitch kit and be like, that's it. That's the one. I want you to build me that. Can you imagine the looks I would get? All right, I think this is my last gold collection, unless I find others in my closet as I'm going. And the sticker is in like the dumbest place for this one. This is called Majestic Peacock. I'm gonna have an avalanche. Majestic Peacock. This is a bit older. You have to sort your floss. So who did I see stitching this? Ages ago. I've had this kit for a long time. I think I picked it up at the time because it was on clearance and it was cheap, and so I got it. I mean, I probably bought this kit at least 15 years ago. But then recently, like in the last year, I saw somebody else actually working on it and fell in love. I was like, holy, that's what that looks like stitched up. It's beautiful. I need this in my life. So, all right. So we're at 51 minutes and all I've done is dimensions. Okay. I'm going to pause. I'm going to reset and I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm back. I don't love that I can feel like I have everything neatly put together and like organized, but then they're on shelves in this closet. They're made of plastic. And so sometimes if I pull out the wrong thing, it's like pulling out a keystone and like everything falls. So things got a little disorganized just at me taking them out. But hopefully I can get them reorganized while I'm doing this to put them back in. And hopefully this won't be seem too disorganized for you guys. Okay, I have a bunch of Luca-S kits. I have started a couple of Luca-S kits, and I'm a fan. I think they're beautiful. I like the way they're organized. This one is, what the heck's it called? Bucilla la Fairytale? I don't know what that means. I don't even know if that's the name. What is this? I don't know. But it's beautiful, and it's a vase of flowers with like an outdoor view. I think the way the water's done also is going to come across looking stunning. I love the way the light's playing on these leaves and the variation in the colors. I just love it. So they also... you may have seen other people talk about this. Other people know, I think, more about it than I do. I got a cut. Anyway, they do like rank how difficult they are and give you a lot of information down here. The thing I really like about Luca-S kits, or one thing, I don't love bobbinated floss, although this is no... I prefer this to what Dimensions does with theirs. But what I appreciate is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, over here. They have a little place where there's a hole punched out. You just have to pop out the little circle of cardstock, so that when you've unwound some floss, you cut your length. Instead of having to wind that back on the bobbin, you can just use that as like a floss drop and just put your extra floss through there. Love that. I mean, really, that makes me very happy. I've been doing a couple of kits here recently that don't have that feature where you just have to wind it back on the bobbin, and it's just annoying. It's just not my preference. This comes with 18 count Aida, it looks like. I think it might be gridded. like lightly gridded. It's a full coverage piece. I think it's beautiful. See how many stitches it is? I want to start this one. 58 colors. Oh, skill level is 4, but it looks like you're only doing full cross, maybe. 15 inches by 16 inches. Made in Moldova. Anyway, I'm a fan of that. I think it's beautiful. This is so much fun going through my stuff. Another big theme for me, fancy ladies. If any of you know anything about me. Fancy lady looking at the lighthouse. Oh, look at that dress. It's so beautiful. And her hat. I just love that. Absolutely love it. It's called An Intimate View. I love that name too. I love it. Okay. I could just sit here and look at them all day. Oh, look, a garden. Wouldn't you love to just sit there and enjoy your favorite beverage, whatever it is, put your feet up on the other chair, or have a stitchy friend with you and just spend the afternoon stitching away and relaxing? This is called, oh no, Victorian Memories is what it's called. I particularly like this with the blue flowers in the vase. I love it. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking about like which floss tubers I think would also really like these. I'm not gonna like start naming people, but yeah, anyway. Oh look, a beautiful Victorian home and a garden with a beautiful seating area and water. Come on, this is quintessential me. Any one of those Mirabilia fancy ladies would be perfect, like walking through this garden at a party. It's gorgeous. Waterside tea. I think this was the first Luca-S kit I bought. And I was, you know, like not really sure because I hadn't heard of Luca-S. This was a few years ago. Wasn't sure what to expect. Didn't know what it would be like. But everything I've seen about Luca-S since then, and everything that, every time I've seen somebody's whip of a Luca-S kit, I'm blown away. Like, they're just very high quality, very, very beautiful. I love the tree. Like, there's just so much detail. Landscape with poppies. I also am finding I'm very much drawn to, like, images of, like children being children, those like quintessential childhood memories. I promise I won't turn this into a therapy session, but I don't have many of those of my own, or not. They're all tainted in some way, but my kids have some great memories, and I now have memories with my kids, and so scenes like this of children just being children bring me a lot of joy. This is, oh, what's it called? Red mailbox. That's what one of my beautiful homes with a garden looks like in winter. My British village that I spend part of my time living in my head. I just thought that was pretty, and there's enough color to it because I enjoy winter scenes, but like I need to stitch winter scenes that have enough color that I know I'll get through them. And this one was beautiful and gave me good winter feels. Oh, this can go in my horse pile. I might have this one twice. I know I have some twice. It doesn't matter. This is going in my horse pile. This is beautiful. It's called In the Wilds. And that's definitely making the cut. This one's also making the cut for the horses. This is called By the Cottage. Maybe I'll start all the horse kits. I love this one. It's got gridded. I like the gridded fabric because it's like, you can see it there, but it's like barely gridded. It's not as extreme as like the white fabric with the gray stripe on it. I think that's beautiful. Did I say what it was called? By the Cottage? I think so. I love it. Okay, so I have a bunch of have a bunch of these. All right, hold on. So I've got some behind me too. It's possible I've even purchased some more than once. All right, we're just gonna have to do as we go. This one is Take a Ride. They have a whole bunch of these with like little girls. I've got some with like little fairies that are much smaller, certainly easier to do. You know, it's still quite a large palette, but there's a lot less floss here, right? These are much smaller designs. This one is 22 centimeters by 20 centimeters. They're just not nearly as big. They're a lot easier. This is skill level 2. But so cute. She's got a kitty in her basket, a puppy following along. I love her. I love this one. This one is Sakura. She's stunning. If you guys also are a fan of Luca-S, please tell me. Like, leave a comment. I'm really interested in who else is into these things. This one is Summer Rain. Love it. Embroidery. Little girl stitching. The kitty going for the floss. Okay, hold on. Because such a mess, guys. That's all Rialis. Here's what I was looking for. Yeah, here's what I was looking for. More Luca-S. This one's Chocolate Fairy. Some of you may know I have a bit of a thing for chocolate. She's beautiful. Fairy with Mice. That's so cute. Is that an apple she has or a peach? I'm going to go with apple because I like apples more. I think it's adorable. Okay, that's probably all of the Luca-S. Probably. Let's talk about Rialis. I think I saw Stitch and Mommy hold this up recently. I think she got it as a gift. It's called Stitching Lessons. I love this one. I've started a Rialis kit. I just did. Actually, my lady in blue with the blue hat, if you watch my last video, in the blue dress that I like, I don't know what it's called because it's in Russian. That's a Rialis premium one. Fancy Lady. Oh, I love this one. I feel like you can just feel the wind. That makes me very, very happy. I love it. I'm trying to stack these in a way that makes sense. This one is, wait, did I tell you what that one was called? Angelique. It's called Angelique. My husband might be coming home here in a minute. It's Dad? Oh, it's the mailman. Logan, is he walking away or he is walking away? Okay, good. Then I don't need to go get anything. This one's Quiet Harbor. I love the almost like, I just love the greeniness of the water there. I love the variation. Like you can really imagine the habitat. And you can see the house. The way the colors are in this one make me very happy. Really, really love it. I'm going to have to pick a lighthouse to do. This one is, no idea. No idea what this one is called. But I'm also a big fan. I feel like I saw somebody show this earlier. COVID, I bought a lot of kits. I discovered not just the quality of Dimensions kits, but the multitude of other companies. Come on up, Freya. Come on. The multitude of other companies that are out there. And just the beauty of them. Like kits weren't what I assumed they were. And anyway, I started buying a lot more kits because I love them. They're gorgeous. Let's move this back. Oh my goodness, guys. So this one's going in my horse pile. It's a Rialis. This one's called Horse Girl. So we got a fancy lady and a horse. I love it. I love those sunflowers. They've got a lot of really beautiful kits. But this is going to go in my horse pile for Year of the Horse. Okay, I know there's some of these are going to be mixed up. I just know it. This one is, what's it called? I don't see what the kit is called anywhere. But of course made me think of Harry Potter. And there's Northern Lights. It's beautiful. This little fairy. Does she have a name? I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian. It's kit number 1563 if you're looking for it. There are several of these. All right. Trying to figure out which like brand to do next. Let's go with Pana. Trying to keep things straight. This is called Castle in the Mountains. I absolutely adore this kit. I'm going to work on my German castle first, that Neuschwanstein, I don't know how to pronounce it, that I showed yesterday. But then this one's going to get pulled next. It's just so beautiful. All right, what brand am I doing, Pana? This is a simple kit just called Windmill. But very pretty and would make a really great grab when I'm going somewhere, right, and need something simple to take with me kind of project. This one I bought twice. I'll put it in my giveaway. Maybe I'll do this as a giveaway during Year of the Horse. I have this as a whip at my cabin and it's almost done. So I'll put this in a future giveaway pile. I have no idea what it's called. But it's been it's a fun, simple, quick stitch. Is that really all the Pana? I feel like that's a lie. We might come across more later. All right, I got some RTO. A lot of people have this kit. It's Red Mermaid. It's done on Black Ada. Under the Forest coverlet. She's beautiful. This is huge. I just love her. She's got red hair out in the woods. I think it's beautiful. And I think my son would really like it if I ever get it done. Okay. So I have a couple of these kits. I actually have one of these started. But I don't think it's this one that I have started. This is from Elsa. It's called Evening Dreams. And I bought this several years ago. And I think you can also get, some companies have this as like a full coverage you can do. I mean, this is a full coverage design, but like a Hade style full coverage. I think Golden Kite might have it. But I don't know the name of the original painting. This is an Eva Rosenstand kit. I know, I think I got this during COVID, and I was definitely feeling all of those, like, maternal instinct, sorry, I'm kicking you, like, mothering feelings that this kind of evokes for me during COVID, right, while we were all home and doing so much to just take care of ourselves and each other. And I know I was channeling that when I bought this. But I still love it. Hopefully it'll get done. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't need to do those. Oh, here's, did I already do RTO? Hold on a minute. Bear with me. Yes, I did. While I get organized. So this kit I just got the other day. What? I love that. It's called In the King. Oh no. So it's In the Kingdom of Fairytales, but there's like a Mr. Claus, a Santa Claus, and a Mrs. Claus, and this is the Mrs. Claus. But like this is a Mrs. Claus I want to stitch with the owls and the animals. Oh my goodness, I love it. That's a Christmas design that makes me very, very happy. So that's on my list. On my list to stitch. All right, I've got some from Marejka. Oh, yeah. Got it twice. That'll let go in the I have it twice pile. This is called The Owl. I love the look of Marejka kits. I love the different fabrics they come with. This one has like more of a grayish natural Ada. Or not Ada, linen. Actually, can't tell if it's linen or if it's an even weave because I don't have my glasses on. But I think he's beautiful. I love those, like, the flowers or berries around him. It's gorgeous. This kit will surprise all of you. Springtime Glory. A cottage with a creek and garden.
That's surprising.
My son's now giving me crap from the other room.
That's true.
It's so beautiful, though. Who wouldn't want to live there? There's 3 cottages, and I love the water, the movement in the water. So beautiful. All right, this one I got with my son in mind. Wild Spirit. This is a thick package. Wild Spirit. I've been thinking about maybe getting this one started. Because if it doesn't get started, it's not going to get finished, right? With that vibrant blue of the water, it's just going to be so much fun to stitch. All right, that one might get started. I think I have a couple Tasha Tudor kits. Cute little girl in the snow, feeding the birds. I get to sort my own floss. This is Artcetera Studio. I don't have good information about this. I found it like by accident on eBay. It says kit number 11285, I think. But it's like Robin Hood and presumably Maid Marian. Here, I know I have a bunch of Elsa Williams coming up in this next group, so I'm not going to show you those just yet. Oh my god, I've got a whole stack behind me. Okay, we're not even close. Jeez. Maya Collection, Arlington Row. This one I also want to start. Arlington Row. I'd like to start. I haven't done a Maya collection before, and I really want to. It's Anchor Floss. Look, a bunch of them you have like the full skeins. And it looks like you've got things to put your floss onto. Look. British Village. Children playing in water outside. Hey, I know what I like, apparently. Oh my god, guys. I gotta hope I don't have an avalanche. This is so bad. This is maybe not the best planning. Okay. I do have a bunch of Thea Gouverneur kits. I really like her stuff. I have yet to finish one. I think I've put stitches in one of them, but hopefully one day, because I really do love them. Floral Cross Section, I think this one is called. And this one looks relatively simple. It might be a good one for me to start with. A Halloween one. This is the only one from this set that I've seen, from this collection. But there's a whole lot of them. I think Thea Gouverneur kits are much more available in Europe, is the impression I get. All right. This one's probably my favorite, like the one that needs to happen. This is Herb Panel. No, it's very similar to the one I want. It's like Roadside Flowers, I think, is the one that is my favorite. But this is a close second. This one's Wildflowers. Some of these are huge too. This one's 43 inches tall. And these are out there. I don't know that any of these are like out of print. You can find them. They just can take a little hunting. Some of you are going to laugh at me and some of you are going to think this is the greatest thing ever. So this is, I don't know what it's called. It's basically Sheep Breeds of Britain. And it names like the breeds of sheep and where they're from. And this just melds some of my hobbies beautifully. This is a very thick package. This is going to be a huge design with a ton of floss. It's 26 inches by 34 inches when it's done. And it's amazing. Oh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. If you're gonna fall, don't fall in the wrong direction. Okay. I have a few Bothy Threads kits. I feel like I missed a couple in here. I totally did. That's okay, we'll get them. Have a few Bothy Threads kits. This one is Moira Blackburn Beehive. I think I've seen a couple of people with this, and I'm pretty sure that Lety Stitches, I saw her with it, and that's what prompted me to get it. I'm not usually a huge sampler person. I need a sampler to really, really sing to me. For me to, I don't dislike samplers. They're just like not usually my jam. But this one and its color palette like destroyed me. This is amazing. So I felt like I needed to get it. And I like the saying on it. I often don't like the sayings on samplers. This says, he who sows courtesy reaps friendship, and he who plants kindness gathers love. Love that. Also some cute Bothy Threads things. I've got you, babe. This one says, that is beautiful, said Bee. It's our friendship, replied Ladybird. It's beautiful friendship. This is Forget Me Not. Sorry, I'm distracted by my own stash. This is kind of a follow-up to the other one called You Make Me Happy. It says, do all the flowers make you happy? Asked Ladybird. You make me happy, replied Bee. Okay, this is like random. Girl pushing kid on swing. Also random. This is a cross-stitch kit, antique reproduction sampler. I think this is, it says Moira Blackburn. Antique reproduction. This is the Bronte Society. This is one of the Bronte sisters, Charlotte. A reproduction of a sampler worked by Charlotte Bronte. It's fully kitted. I'm a huge Bronte fan. Bucilla, I'm going to try to save for later because I have a whole bunch more Bucilla coming. Heritage Collection. I need to keep this out too because I need to stitch this for my husband. It's called Highland Majesty. My husband's very into Highland cows. If we're going to have a hobby farm with sheep, he wants Highland cows. There's just so much. All right, this is also Rialis, I believe, called Ballad of Love. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm not keeping out everything that has a horse in it for horse 2026. Oh my goodness. All right, so I've got a couple of Lavender and Lace kits I haven't opened. This one's Guardian Angel. These kits, so the story is that I've always heard is that Marilyn got upset that she pulled the plug on the kits because Marilyn Levitimblum, the designer, because she was unhappy with the quality of the materials that was going into the kits. I don't know if I just have good kits or what. I don't like from the kits that I have. I'm like, I don't see the problem. It's beautiful. Everything's like gorgeous. They usually come with Lugana or Jobelin, which I often replace and pick my own fabric for. But that's just like my personal preference. And the chart just went flying out of this one. Angel of Autumn. Also by Lavender and Lace. I'm going to have to remember to get the chart. I'm going to say this is probably, I don't know. I'm going to say it's Rialis. A little traveling fairy. Look at how cute. I don't think it's a name. Yeah, it says the traveling fairy. I don't know necessarily who it's by. It just reminds me of those. Was it Rialis? No, Luca-S, right? I don't know, so I don't know. But they're adorable. And that's a good travel project. Here's a John Clayton, A Winter Castle. And a winter scene that I think would keep my interest. Janlin kit called The Kiss. Isn't that beautiful? That like stained glass kind of look. I just think that would also look great with my Teresa Wenslers. I think I showed you guys some of these recently because some of them are newer. This is DMC, the Ultimate Collection. I just got it on eBay. It popped up in like my feed one day and it just blew me away. And then this is Marjolaine Bastin by Lenarta. Lenarta. And I think this is brand new. Never stitched on. I think that's adorable. I love picnics. I've done lots of, like we spent so much time picnicking as a family. And then the picture on this is very worn off, but and damaged. But some of you know how much I love Beatrix Potter. And this is a big Beatrix Potter scene by Perman of Copenhagen. It doesn't say what it's called. But this was like a used kit, but like nothing, everything's in there and it hasn't been started. So I have another Beatrix Potter project going, but when that's done, I'll probably start this one. Okay, I'm going to pause again. Give me a few minutes to reset and I'll be back. Okay, sorry, my camera turned off instead of just pausing. Long story, so hopefully I've spliced these together correctly. This is my last group of kits. I'm not including, I have some petites and stuff. I'm not going to dig those out for this. I did find one other gold collection. So this one I love, and I learned about it from somebody else's Flosstube. It's called Coastal View by Sam Park. What I love so much about this is the like circular aspect of it. Aside from just the colors and the beautiful scenery, the way the view is framed in this like brick arch, I just think that's beautiful. It's beautifully done. And there's enough detail in here. Again, I feel like I could spend all day finding new details and wondering about like who lives in these buildings and what these businesses are and what they do. And you know, it just, and again, the lantern, I have a thing for lanterns. So I love this kit. I think this might be my only Design Works kit. It's called, doesn't have any, oh, Mother Nature. Kelly, Pages and Stitches, did a Design Works kit. She's got another one going too, but she completed a Design Works kit that is stunning and convinced me to give this one a try, although I haven't started it yet. I love the colors in this, but I think I'm going to replace the fabric when I start it. It's kind of tricky, right? Because if you don't pick the right blue or green fabric, it's going to just blend in with, right? It needs to stand out enough against like the light dress and the greens. But I think I can come up with something. So I think I'll be replacing the fabric when I do it. I've got a bunch of Lenarta, I don't know, whatever, kits. This is Vladimir Vologov, called Moment of Reading. I want to do this for my daughter. My daughter really, really wants to be a librarian at the moment. Not a school librarian, just a librarian. She's very emphatic about it. Anyway, I'd love to do that for her. This is Girl in Chair with Dog. I love the style of these kind of like sketchy, I don't know, prints. This one would be very simple to do. This one is Flower Fairy Silhouette. And I love it. I just love the like softness of the flowers around it. This one is Little Girl with Hat. I looked at this one and passed it up probably for 2 years before finally pulling the trigger on it. Something about that girl, I think the way she's like looking at the artist just really, I don't know, speaks to me. This one is Birds at Water Pump. That's beautiful. I do like the boxes they come in. You can use them as like your project bag if you want to. I've probably opened this one, it looks like. This one's called Bouquet of Flowers. Oh look, it's a bouquet of flowers where you can also look out the window behind the flowers. I've got a couple of Lenarta kits going right now and I'm really enjoying them. They're a little bit challenging just because of the softness of all of the colors, right? They kind of blend together. But that's also part of what I love about the outcome, about how they look. So it's worth it. Okay, this one, again, if I have any Hercule Poirot fans out there, you will understand. This is Map of Belgium. And I feel like this belongs in our library where I have the full collection of Agatha Christie books. For those of you who might not know, Hercule Poirot, the world's greatest detective, is from Belgium. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got it. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Please. Please, please. Lay down. Okay. This is a Holly Hobby kit, and it comes with like a mat and fabric and like a ribbon for hanging it and stuff. Well, I don't know if it's for hanging it, I guess for putting it down here. I love just beautiful, simple, like little girl garden kind of kits like that. Just gives me good feels. Here's another one that says Love is Always in Season. Get to sort my own floss again with comes with a mat. I don't know what brand this is. It's called Frosty Morning. Again, it's a winter scene that I also thought I would stitch because it's actually a lot of blue. It also reminds me of a Poirot. Not necessarily a specific one, but like that era of like murder mysteries with people wearing very chic clothing and you know, out in a country manor and somebody getting murdered. Yeah, anyway, that's why I bought the kit. Oh, this is an absolute favorite. I've got a number of Bucilla kits, although I think they're probably pretty disorganized. I searched for a while for this one. This one's Maidenhair. Look at how beautiful that is. Are you kidding me? When is this even from? I wonder if it's going to tell me. 2005. 2005. It's so beautiful. It's got the stones. It's just, I love it. I love it. I'm not going to start this right now, but this is a like definitely must be stitched one day kit. Absolutely. This is Janlin. It's Gumshoe Flower Shop. I feel like this is a Marty Bell. Yep, Marty Bell. I should show it to you. Some of these, like, right, this isn't like a highly sought after kit. It's just like a random kit. You can get older kits really inexpensively on eBay. You know, those that aren't highly sought after. I love this. It's got all the floss. This is from Donna Vermilion Designs, but for Janlin, St. George and the Dragon. Floss. When this one's from 1995. But this wasn't an expensive kit. This was probably like 20 bucks on eBay. This is Marty Bell, Jeanette Cruz Designs. So I get Jeanette Cruz Designs based on Marty Bell's artwork. And I saw this pattern, I think, on somebody's Flosstube. It might have been Stitch and Mommy's, but I'm not sure. Enticing is the name of it. I love the little kitty. And I love, like, the rivets in the door. Like, that's a really detailed door and wall. It's beautiful in that path. And it's a lot smaller than some of the other Marty Bells I have. This is just 6 inches by 12 inches. So, not bad. This is going to require more organization. Okay, these two kind of like a set to me. God, they're so gorgeous. They're from Candamar Designs. I really don't know about the quality of the materials, but I'll replace them if I decide I need to. This is called Scotney Castle Garden. Look at how beautiful. It's so good. Oh, I absolutely love that. It's on 16 count Aida. There's a year. Yeah, it has, so manufactured by MCG Textiles. So this is like the same as the Disney Dreams kits, right? I suspect I would go ahead and use their floss. I don't know. I would like to do these at some point. I don't see a year. It's kit number 52402. Uh, 2010. Hold on. $2010. Things are so much clearer with my glasses on. 2010. I love it. And then this front one is Primrose Crossing. Look at how gorgeous that is. They're so beautiful. Also 2010. And I didn't like go looking for these like specially. I've had them for a while. I just came across them probably on eBay and like was blown away and was like, I need to try that. Anyway, I'm very happy to have those. Oh my god, there's so much more. Oh, I do have more design works. Oh, this, people are going to be like, that Amy, that's not you. I don't care. This is me. This is design works. Maybe it's because of the flowers in the window, but it's also because of that hat on the bear. I love stuffed animals, and I don't usually stitch stuffed animals, but this one is special. I love that. Sitting on the windowsill with that beautiful vase of flowers, the roses outside, the fabric on the hat for that bear. I love this kit. That kit needs to be done. I think it's gorgeous. That makes me very happy. Where's my other Design Works kit that's down here somewhere? Have I already lost track of it? Of course I have. Maybe it's over here. Oh, I'll figure it out. Here's a Thomas Kincaid Stepping Stone Cottage. This is also Candamar Designs. Just looking to see if there's a year. This is 1995. And this is going to be no joke with all that confetti, but so beautiful and so worth it when it's done. This is just a simple little kit with a like mat you can use, or you really mount this on the mat. It looks like it's just like scrapbook paper. It says, "Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none," from William Shakespeare. I just like it. It's cute and little and simple. This is actually, I think, embellished cross stitch. And so I don't know if I'm ever going to do it. But it's very pretty with a lady and a daughter. I did some embellished cross stitch years and years and years ago, and honestly didn't really care for it. So I don't know if I would jump back into that or not. Okay, this one I've opened. I don't think I've started, but I opened with, I wanted to like go through it and see what the kit was like, and kind of had the intention of starting. This is by Lety Stitch. Sorry, it's a little messed up. Sorry for the crinkly. Wait. Yeah. She's beautiful. And I believe so Lety Stitch and Luca-S kits look very similar, like in how they're packaged and how they're organized. I believe the people who own the two are related or something. So there's some relationship between the two companies, which is why there's so many similarities. Oh. I have so much stuff on my left. Here's another Lety Stitch kit. Lety Stitches is stitching this. And actually I think what I consider making very good progress on it. She's beautiful. All the floss colors. These also come, just like the Luca-S, with the thing that you can pop out to use for your extra floss, which I really, really appreciate. And this is also that gridded Ada that's like much more lightly gridded than like the white and gray. I'm sorry if I'm bumping you guys. So this I just recently saw. I think this artwork used to be used in a dimensions kit. The more I look at kits, the more I'm finding that artwork definitely, like, you'll have the same artwork that multiple companies have utilized and done their own kitting out of. But I love this. They're old-fashioned clothing. There's a kids' amusement park that we used to spend a lot of time at when my kids were younger. with a carousel. And my kids, my daughter especially, would just like want to spend all day just riding that thing. It's called Magical Horses. I would love to stitch this. It's so pretty. Okay, this, as far as I'm concerned, is some sort of companion piece to a Dimensions kit that I showed earlier that I don't remember the name of. But this is Fairytale House. But there's a Dimensions kit I have that is a house with a very similar like color situation. It's like pink, tall Victorian house with a dark sky background. It doesn't have the fantasy elements though. And this definitely has like the fairy tale stuff, right? Like there's a fairy, glasses. There's a couple of fairies. There's a fairy there and a fairy up there. Nope, fairy up there. There's a witch riding her broomstick there. I think when I actually stitch these things, some of them are going to make more sense to me. There's a lot of flowers in the windows. A lot of flowers. Lots of cats. Oh, it says open on a sign that looks like a book. Like open book. That's so cute. I love it. Okay, anyway, I love this, and I think it looks great with that other Dimensions house. I feel like it at least needs to have the same artist. I need to stop buying Lety Stitch kits that have like beautiful fairies on them because they're doing a lot of them. I can't buy all of them. They're just packaged so nicely. Look at her. This is Bed of Flowers. She's beautiful. I really love her. Look at how colorful she is. Like, look at all the colors you're going to get to stitch. And the flowers and in the background. She's stunning. And then this one, I saw this on Stitching Moon's website. It's called, Flosstube. It's called Starbirth. It's beautiful. Out in the forest, that's like snowy lion and all those flowers. Like the ghost, the lion is like, right, it looks like a ghost or reminds me of like a snowy, like it's living in the snow. It's obviously not like real, but it's still also so lifelike. It gets very detailed. I just love it. Oh, goodness. Okay. Where did I put all my other Bucillas? Or are they still back here? Do I have Bucilla back here? Is this just Elsa Williams? I don't know. Okay. Look, I have a cottage and garden. This is from Bucilla. It's Victorian house. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's so, so pretty. It's got a pond. It's got like a stone path. It's got a garden. It's just, it's got everything. It's beautiful. I have some Bucilla in here. All right, bear with me. There we go. She can go with maidenhair. All right, and then I have some Elsa Williams. Okay, I have had this Elsa Williams for like as long as I've been stitching. Does it have a year on here? I don't know that it does. Oh, good God. Excuse me. I wish they put years on these things. I'm not going to pull out the pattern, but may have on the pattern. What's it called? Night on the River. Right, so it's like an old riverboat, but you know what it actually reminds me of? Scooby-Doo. There's like at least one Scooby-Doo, old school Scooby-Doo, that takes place in part on an old haunted riverboat. And that's what this makes me think of. Now, I think it's stinking beautiful all on its own. Like, look at the bird there. But it just also makes me happy because of the Scooby-Doo association. If my husband can hear me from the other room, he's probably either dying laughing or, like, face in his hands in shame. I don't know which. This one's pretty popular. I've seen lots of people who have it. Hodgson Mill. And I've seen it stitched before. And it's beautiful. And I don't know why I haven't stitched it yet. It's one of the oldest kits that I have, like, that I bought. Yeah, no, a year. Yeah, I bought this ages ago. Excuse me. It reminds me of Virginia. I don't know why. Just like fall in that part of Virginia where I used to live. All right, I'm just gonna start pulling things out. This is the Seafarer sampler from Elsa Williams. And it's beautiful. It says northeast, south, or west, home's the place I like the best. And I like it. I don't know. Makes me happy. And it's really pretty. Let's see. Oh, what brand is this? This is Janlin. Flowers, window. I'm so predictable. But how beautiful it would be to stitch a bunch of these and have them together, right? Some people want to have like a sampler wall. Well, I want a wall of cottages in their gardens. And I want a wall of vases of flowers and their views out the window. Would really liven up a room that doesn't have a lot of, you know, outside light coming in. It's beautiful. I can't wait to see how that curtain looks stitched in real life. I've got more Janlin in here too. There we go. I like organizing them by brand. Oh, here's another. Oh, this is a good one. And again, it's one that I think I just like came across. This is from 1995. It's called Princess and Unicorn. I should put that in my horse pile, right? For 2026. Princess and Unicorn. Look at how beautiful that is. I love it. The rays of light coming down, the castle in the background. I'm going to have a whole Princess and Unicorn and Princess and Dragon wall in my house. This is beautiful. Love it. That's going to go in the horse pile. Catherine, I can't wait to see what your horse patterns are for 2026. I'm really excited. I know we share at least one. This is another Elsa Williams Heritage Collection. This one's called The Brightest Star, stitched on black. And look at her. Look at her. She's dressed up like a peacock. She looks amazing. It'd be fun to stitch. Somewhat repetitive, but fun. Look at the colors. All these beautiful shades. And I'd be willing to bet this looks way better in life, in real life. I think I need to fix her face a little bit though, but I can do that easily. Again, I just ran across this and was like, hold on, that's really beautiful. And I like Elsa Williams kits, so I pulled it. Oh, I'm finding all kinds of things. This is Abris art. I haven't done one of these before. I haven't opened it, so I'm not sure what this looks like inside. It's called Color Magic. It's very pretty. This is Janlin Platinum Collection, Fancy Lady in a Garden. It is called Out for a Stroll. This fits right in with the kinds of things I like to stitch. She's beautiful. I really, really like her. She kind of looks almost a little bit like impressionistic. Beautiful. I love the flow of the dress. She's stunning. All right, Janlin. Where are my Janlin kits? All right. Oh, I did have more Bucilla. I thought so. All right, we'll get back to Elsa Williams in a minute. Okay. This one I searched for a while. This is Bucilla Heirloom Collection Touch of Gold. Look how beautiful she is. She and Maidenhair need to be done together. Everything should be in there. I haven't disassembled it. It looks like the floss is still needing to be sorted, which makes me, when I buy a kit, I would rather have a kit that like nobody's touched yet, right? But is she beautiful? What is she from? Bucilla kits are hard to find. I want Dana's Roses so badly. Can't find it. Anyway, is there a year? I don't see a year on it. 2010. It's from 2010. Where's my Bucilla section? There we go. This is another Bucilla. Pretty cottage with a garden. This is called Summer Symphony. It's beautiful. Get to sort my own floss. I mean, it's gonna be an older kit. I'm sure this is one I just kind of came across. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I should get that. Just beautiful little house. All right, I think more Elsa Williams now. Yes. Oh, I got this one recently, and I feel like more of my friends need to have this. I feel like this would, a lot of people I know would really enjoy this. This is called The Outing. I showed this recently in a video. This is going to go in my horse collection for 2026. I love it. I'd never seen it before, and I love it. So this is a crewel work kit from Elsa Williams. I have only done a tiny bit of crewel work in the past, but I'd love to do more. Sometimes I just really get in the mood to learn something new, try something different. So this is Waiting in the Wings for when the time comes. Another Elsa Williams called Rainbow Peacock, and it's gorgeous. Look at that. It's stunning. I think it's completely full coverage. It comes with Ada. Look at the colors. Oh, someday when you need some cheering up, that's so beautiful. It's 10 by 14. I just love how that's done. I love it. This one I bought after seeing it on Catherine Needleberry Stitcher's channel. I want to do it for my husband. It would make him very happy, I think. Probably make my children very happy too. We have little like box turtles like this at our cabin. Anyway, it's called Suncatchers. Sorry, getting messages on my phone. Love it. Okay, this one is a favorite, and I don't know that I've ever seen anybody else with it, and I don't know why not. It's gorgeous. It's called Raja's Feast. Look at that. Sorry about the glare, but these tend to get kind of bent. I love this. It's so detailed. It's so detailed. Like the carpet on the elephant's back, the background scene, the fruit he's eating, the border to it, these columns and everything up here. I love it. There's beads. There's gold floss, which I will probably replace the gold. We'll see. We'll see what it's used for. But anyway, love that one. This one is The Gardeners. 2 cute little girls. Just makes me happy to see kids happy. Just doing kid things. It's so nice. They're barefoot. Just makes me very happy. This one is The Old Coffee Shop. This is very much readily available on the secondary market. I have like a search set for just Elsa Williams kits, and I feel like almost every day there's a new one of these available, and they're not expensive. And it makes me think of like a Paris coffee shop, right? Something like sitting out on the street eating. Almost done. Really and truly almost done. Okay. This one is not Elsa Williams. It's called Holidays by the Sea. I have no idea. I don't know what the brand is. It's with Madeira Threads, which I've used Madeira Threads a little bit. They're just threads. I mean, like, I have no complaints. No, they're not magically better than DMC or anything. I thought this was very pretty. Give me a very summery feel. Pretty sure I bought this last winter when I was just wanting some summery feelings. This is another Elsa Williams, Reflections of Williamsburg. I've been to Colonial Williamsburg several times. I quite like it there. I actually have, if I ever get this done, it might end up going to like my mother-in-law. I need to work on her stocking. I want to get her stocking done for this year. This is The Cottage Gate by Lynn Holland. Oh, look, it's a cottage with a garden. Oh, and there's even a river or a creek running through the property. You can put your name on the sign. I love it. I'm so weird. Hey, I like what I like, right? Last one is Flower Patches Pillow. And I just thought that was lovely. I like the design of it. I like the brightness of the colors. And then there's 2 other things I'm going to show real quick, if I can reach them. I think I did it. Okay. So I bought this the other day. So I feel like everybody and his brother has this kit. And this is one of those kits that I love and it's beautiful. But when I look at it, I'm like, I'm not really going to stitch it. It's just, the colors are too dull. And I don't think, like, it would feel like a slog to get through, right? Well, this one came up on eBay the other day as a partially stitched piece. I still need to press it, but I have washed it. I bought somebody's whip, and it's beautiful. It's beautifully stitched. They've done a fantastic job. Now, unfortunately, they did use masking tape around the edges, so there is still sticky residue present around the edges. That's not going to come off. That's the thing with masking tape. That residue does not remove. So anyway, I have plans to finish this. I cleaned it, I washed it, I got as much of that residue off as I can. And I don't know if you guys can see, like, it's discolored. Like, the tape has discolored it. And the tape was hard to get off. Even though it was yellow and not, like, it had yellowed more than masking tape is supposed to be yellow. And it was crunchy and stiff. I have no idea how long that masking tape was on there. But it's not good. It's still a little bit dirty on the back. There's a few marks that look almost like rust marks, but they're not in like the area that'll be visible when it's framed down here. So, I'm happy. so much of this is done, I will absolutely finish this. And it'll be beautiful. And I'm very, very happy about that. Knocking stuff over. All right, at the end here, since I have to edit this video anyway, and I think it's going to be over 2 hours, I'm going to add in a little clip at the end that I'm not going to come back after that clip. I filmed a clip the other day. So I also, again, just scrolling through eBay, looking for some other kits, came across this. This is now it's wrinkly. I've washed it, but I haven't ironed it. This is a fully stitched Dimensions. This is Marin Fole, I think. And it is absolutely stunning in person. I haven't finished a big Dimensions, so I don't often see them fully stitched. It's just so stinking beautiful. It had been framed. You'll see on the clip I'm going to include, but it had been framed. It had been taped to cardboard. They didn't send me the frame, which I knew, that was fine. They took it out of the frame to ship. It was taped to cardboard with masking tape, and it was a mess. Also, the cardboard that it was taped to was not square. It was a parallelogram. And I don't know which came first. I don't know if the fabric was warped, and so they tried to cut, I don't know. I don't know if they tried to cut the cardboard to match the fabric. I suspect they just cut the cardboard poorly and then stretched this with masking tape around the cardboard. But this is definitely warped. It's like this from between my fingers here is longer than between my fingers here. It is definitely warped. Also, the masking tape situation was far worse with this piece. They really had covered, like they folded this over the piece of cardboard and then just like tons and tons of masking tape all over the back. I think I'm going to make this into a cushion. There's all kinds of weird stuff on the back of this, to be honest. There's like blue pen. The back's like bad in terms of like dirtiness and stuff. But the front is stunning. Absolutely stunning. But it's also very sticky. I'm going to have to go not just wash my hands, but like use hand sanitizer to get the goo off my hands before I do anything else. Also, I'm going to note she knotted all of her threads. All of these threads are knotted in the back, and it's still a beautifully stitched piece. So for all of you who knot your threads, you're not alone. Anyway, I'm thrilled with it. It cost me less than it would cost to buy the kit when it was new, to get the fully stitched piece. I do think I'm probably going to turn it into a cushion. I'll probably add some fabric around the edges and sew into a cushion, and I'll square it up when I do that. I don't think I'm going to cut off the excess fabric, but it'll be covered up by the sewing fabric that I add to it. So yeah, that's my other kit-related purchase. And I think that's it. So I'm going to add that clip on the end if you're interested. So I just filmed a clip of me like taking apart that piece, like taking it off the cardboard and showing what the tape did to it and everything. I'm not trying to criticize any of you who use tape on your pieces. I don't do it. And it's not common for me to run into people who use tape on their piece and it messes up their piece. And they're like, oh yeah, but I didn't care. It's far more common for me to run into people who 20 years later, they go to get something reframed. They discover how much tape has damaged their piece and they're upset about it, right? Those are the people I'm trying to reach, right? The people who don't want their piece damaged. and don't realize what masking tape is going to do to them. If you realize what masking tape is going to do to your piece and you want to use it anyway, then you go for it. That's your piece and you can do what you want. I just don't like people, right, doing it like out of ignorance, right, and not knowing and then being surprised and upset if they feel like their piece has been damaged and they didn't know. So anyway, I'll leave that clip if you want to watch that. Other than that, I'm done with this epic video. Tell me what you think. Remember to put in your code SPRING if you're interested in winning that kit. And tell me what you think. If there's kits that you're like, oh, you need to start that, or like, tell me if you think something is really ugly. Whatever your thoughts, I'm interested to hear. I want to hear what you guys think of my stash. Don't tell me my stash is too big. That's the only thought I'm not interested in. Other than that, tell me what you think. Bye, guys. Hi, everybody. So I wanted to show you something that I've purchased. So a lot of you will recognize this. I've been on a bit of like a kit kick lately. This is a Dimensions kit. It's called Marinful. I'm not sure. I'll try to look it up and put it in the notes. So I was browsing old Dimensions kits online last week, and this fully stitched piece came up. Sorry, the lighting is kind of cruddy. I'm doing my best. But this listing came up for less than half of what the kit, like this, the least amount this kit was going for. This fully stitched piece was less than half of this. This stitched piece cost me less than the kit would have cost me when it was new. And I was able, they had really good pictures on the listing. I was able to zoom in and it looked like it had been stitched like very high quality. Okay, the lighting really is driving me crazy. This is, I can't even express how stunningly beautiful this is in person. These horses in that background just glow. I mean, it's so beautiful. So I'm very excited to have this, but it does need, in my opinion, a bit of restoration work. There's the back. So for those of you who know me, you know this is like giving me a heart attack. I don't like tape. I don't like cardboard. Archival materials are fine, but like this is not fine. So I can actually see where the person I sold it from, they already removed some tape here and here, but this sticky residue is still there. So what happens, and this is just masking tape. I can see that it's yellowed, like it's turned tan over time. And I just actually was just ripping masking tape off the edges of another piece that I had purchased as well. The masking tape leaves behind a sticky residue that is nearly impossible, if not impossible, to get out. And also, I'm sure you can see here how it's left. I don't even know what you'd call that, some sort of dirt or something on the residue on the piece. So anyway, my plan for this, I don't know if you can tell too, it's the cardboard that it's mounted on is it's at an angle. It's not square. It's off kilter. So my plan is to take this apart, wash it, and remount it in some way. I might end up making it into a pillow or something. But I thought I'd do this on camera for you guys. I know some of you are interested. This is actually, so far, some of this tape is coming off pretty well. This is pretty typical for what I tend to see in old pieces that I've bought. Masking tape is heavily used, and it looks like they also, and I know this was the recommendation at one point. I know some kits even told you to do this in their instructions. It looks like they wrapped it in masking tape, wrapped the edges in masking tape rather than overcasting the edges. Oh, it's a lot of tape. Oh, it's a lot of tape. Luckily, there's not a lot of tape, or there's not a lot of stitches that have tape on them. My dog's sitting next to me. She doesn't love this. Oh my god, it's just like corrugated cardboard. And my hands are coming away sticky. Like, this is... Guys, this is not good. This is what it was mounted on. Just cardboard. Christ. The back of this is gorgeous, guys. Look at, like, the stitching is impeccable on this piece. The person in the listing didn't say, like, why they were getting rid of it or anything. Just that they had taken it out of its frame for ease of shipping. I did get the impression that this is like an individual, where it was probably stitched by a family member. This wasn't like a collector or eBay seller, you know, looking for things to resell. So I know you can't see it on camera, but like, this is so sticky. Everywhere the masking tape comes up, it leaves this really, really sticky residue. And the older the tape is, the more likely it is to peel. See how some of it just tore there as I was pulling it up? Newer tape is more likely to come off in like one piece. But this older tape, you're more likely to get it tearing apart. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to do the best I can to restore this, and then I'll have to decide what to do with it. I might frame it myself. I just can't believe how the piece seems to like glow. It's so stinking beautiful. I have finished some, sorry for knocking into you. I've finished some Dimensions. Woo! You're gonna fall. I finished some Dimensions Petites, but I have not yet finished a full-size one myself, although I'm hoping that's going to change this year. But seeing how amazing this one looks fully stitched is really motivating me. Okay, I see this is just going to take a long time. I'm going to have to sit here and peel off these bits of tape and then wash it and hope for the best. Based on my past experience, I'm not going to be able to get rid of all of the sticky residue. But I shouldn't have a problem with the sticky residue transferring to the stitched part. It's just gonna stay in place. If it gets really bad, I can always cut off the edges, but I try not to do that unless it's absolutely necessary. All right, I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me peel all the tape off. But yeah, this is my new purchase, and I'm really excited about it. Bye, guys.